I started Stiggy's Dogs in 2010 after my nephew was killed in Afghanistan. And it was really something more to have his legacy live on and a way for him to still help his fellow brothers and sisters.
My name's Carrie Castiglione. I'm the office manager, administrative assistant with Stiggy's Dogs. I also like to think I'm the original creator of Stiggy's Dogs, because Doc Stiggy was my son.
We rescue dogs from local shelters, and we pair them with veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder and TBI. And our motto is rescuing one to rescue another. And it is so true, because every dog has its story, and then every veteran has their story, but when we pair them together, the stories that comes out of that is so much more.
When Ben first died, everyone came to me and said, "Your son's a hero." But after thinking about that, my son's really not, he wasn't a hero because he died, because he didn't choose that. He was a hero because he served, along with everyone else that's out there serving. He was a Fleet Marine Force Corpsman. He was a Naval Corpsman, but attached to Marine Recon Unit. And his last name is Castiglione, and the Marines couldn't really pronounce it, so he became known as Doc Stiggy.
My name is James Willie. I served with 1st Ranger Battalion, Savannah, Georgia, at Hunt Army Airfield, and I was with Charlie Company 1st Platoon. I was a Special Operations Medic for 4 years, and then I got out and was a contractor for 6 going on 7 years after that as a Special Operations Medic for several different companies, to include the company formerly known as Blackwater, and also SOC, SMG, and Global Integrated Security Solutions.
My name is Tom Jones. I served with the 101st Airborne Division Air Assault. I was Field Artillery through the 2nd and 320th Field Artillery Regiment. 1st Brigade, Bastogne Brigade. I'm very proud to have served with them. I wouldn't change it for anything.
I got connected with Stiggy's Dogs through my therapist at the VA hospital in Ann Arbor. She had heard of him and called on my behalf, and they contacted me.
I had an interest in finding a service dog that I thought would benefit my quality of life and my family life, just having a good companion around the house.
My wife had bought me a dog for Christmas for when I was staying home, because I was disabled and I spent a lot of time home. And then I ended up leaving and going overseas and kind of defeated the purpose. But then I came home and got into some legal trouble and ended up in Veterans Court, which ultimately put me in contact with Stiggy's Dogs, which probably could have been the best thing that ever happened to me.
So I went through the orientation and got hooked up with Matt, one of the trainers at Stiggy's. And he paid a visit to my house, saw the situation. I have 3 kids, all under the age of 6. He didn't want to add any stress.
They wanted to know about me, what my needs were, what some of my problems were, what kind of people we were, what kind of activities did we do, what kind of dog would fit us best.
There was a leader dog for the blind who was still, a pup, had been born into the program, and he failed out of it because of some ear infections. So the leader dog program actually sought out Matt and donated him to the program. And Matt saw that it was a perfect fit for my situation.
Patton was rescued from South Carolina. He was scheduled to be euthanized. We just hit it off right away.
They said, "Your dog is, able to be in the program, and we'd love to come out and train your dog, and we're going to start immediately." And that's when I met Matt, which was my dog trainer, and we started a great relationship.
It's been just incredible, the life-changing things that have happened for both the dogs and both the veterans.
It's been a really positive impact on me pouring into the quality of life for my family as well.
I really think that Stiggy's dogs was really the only thing that, helped pull me out of my depression, because I wasn't getting out of bed to really do anything else but to work with my dog.
It was a responsibility, I had a connection with him, he needed me, I needed him, he did things for me. I've always been a dog person, I've always had pets growing up, but I've never really had a relationship or a bond with an animal like this. It's really something different.
We chose Stiggy Dogs as one of our volunteer projects because of the great work they do with our veterans. And today we're on site helping to prepare agility courses, helping to put in the gardens where the veterans will work with their new canine partners. We're building bird houses. We're doing all kinds of things that are part of this multifaceted program to support veterans. I can't think of a better thing to do for those who have given their service to our country. So we're really proud to work with Stiggy's Dogs.
As a nonprofit, this is what we need. We need the community to come together. We need these volunteers. When you have 30, 40 volunteers together, it's incredible what we can do compared to what one of us can do. And it brings the community together to show who we are and what we are.
See all these people out here working and learning and trying to help and make a difference. I hope it grows, I hope more people come out, because there's a lot of deserving veterans who are not getting what they need and do not have help, and they need it.
The volunteers to come out and help with the gardens and to help recognize what Stiggy's is doing is very important.
People love their veterans, people love dogs, and they're always wondering, how can I help and what can I do? So this embodies both of them, to be able to have everybody come on out and say, I did something great today.
The gratitude that I have for Stiggy's is just immense.
Bringing Baxter into my life and him, I was a hermit for a long time, and we started being night prowlers, throwing the Frisbee at 10:30 at night in an abandoned track, on a field, and I was getting out and about and, moving a lot more. And
they've become part of my family. I'm forever grateful, and I hope they know that.
I reached that point where I realized that I couldn't do it by myself. And I didn't realize that people that run around with dogs all day could play such an impact on helping me change that.
We say that we're a Stiggy's family. We don't just take dogs and pair them with veterans and turn them out. We embody so much more than that. It's really grown into something more than we really anticipated. It's getting better and better every year.
I think the most important thing is to get the veterans into Stiggy's first, because it gives them something to live for.
I call it the Stiggy Sanctuary. It's full of, it's a positive environment. And they say you become a product of your environment. So if you surround yourself by this, and coming from one place and almost forcing yourself to go into another place, you start to feel that. It's an energy, and then your dog can sense that, and then it's a constant growth.
PTSD is still a part of my life. I don't think it'll ever go away, but I cope. And Patton he's a great service dog.
People want to support our veteran community, but they don't know how to do it. So today was a great chance, because even just shaking hands and saying, hey man, thank you for your service, means a lot.
It's amazing to see the veterans do well, and it's amazing to see the people he served with and their children that are here because of my son. They accredit him to saving their lives. It's just amazing to see what his legacy has brought about.
The camaraderie that we have with our veterans and our dogs and their families, that it's really just encompassed so much more than I ever thought would be.
I'd like everyone to know that there are people out there that care, and don't give up. Don't get mad at everybody, because there are a select few that really are out to make a difference.